Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Lessons Learned, the dumbest thing I've ever done with money. My name is Suzanne, and I'm the head coach at G.R.A.C.E Financial Coaching. And today we are talking with my friend, Jim Gift. Jim is a husband, father, friend, mentor, counselor, and coach. Jim first started working with young people in Youth for Christ and then as a financial coordinator for both Crown Financial Ministries and Financial Peace University. In 2010, Jim was formally trained in Nashville by Ramsey Solutions as a Ramsey financial coach. Jim and his family previously bred, raised, and trained Arabian horses for almost 40 years on their ranch. And back in the day, Jim is proud to tell us that they paid off $47,000 in credit card debt. Hey, Jim, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good. So good to get you on the show. And well, let's start off by talking about those training classes. You worked with Crown, you worked with Dave Ramsey. How did you become a financial coach?
Well, I finally said to myself, since I was coaching, I've coached for 40, 50 years at my church and with kids and so on. But I just finally just said, well, hey, I ought to be able to help people. I worked a way to go to Nashville and to join the Ramsey team. And so here I am after 13 years of working with coaching.
Yeah, and that was back when the Ramsey training was in person. So that must have been pretty impressive.
Yeah, we got on a plane and flew to Nashville and spent 3 days there and had a great time and got to meet Dave and in those days Russ Carroll and Les, and so I had a lot of different guys that I met there.
Nice. That's great. Yeah. Jim and I are both Ramsey coaches, but by the time I took the training, it was more efficiently all online.
Sure. And mine was counselor training. Now it's FCMT. So.
Oh, right. The title changed.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So what got you guys? So obviously you had paid off the $47,000 in credit card debt within your family. What was that debt made up of back then?
Credit cards.
All credit cards.
All credit cards.
What were we putting on the credit cards?
Everything.
Groceries. What are we putting on there? Utilities.
Well, I was putting on tires for my car and driving because I was driving 50,000 miles a year.
Wow.
Because I was a yearbook rep for Johnston's.
Wow. Okay.
So I had a big territory, and I was out on the road all the time. And then I was giving away stuff, computers and stuff. So I was putting that on, and then I got into horses, and I was putting them on. So it was a conglomeration of stuff.
Yeah, I think my husband and I, we actually have a gas credit card. Don't tell Dave, full disclosure. But when gas prices really started going up, I guess it was like a year after COVID lockdowns had happened. We're looking around and we're saying we live very close to a Costco and a BJ's, which is a Costco like store, but mostly in the Northeast or on the East Coast. And we said, we can drive 15 minutes out of our way to save 15 cents a gallon. My husband drives past there for work anyway. So why don't we sign up for the gas card? And I will tell you, maintaining the balance on the gas card, paying it off each week is a lot easier than when you put big stuff on credit cards like tires and computers and laptops and equipment for horses. My gosh, that is one of the most expensive endeavors in the world. So I think people see credit cards as a way to use to cover a large purchase, but that's actually what gets them in trouble. Because mathematically speaking, let's call it $800 for new tires. Pretty generic car, pretty generic tires. 800 for 4 new tires. Maybe they got a special going. It's $600. You get the 4th one free, right? But that number, we think, oh, we'll pay it off next month. We'll pay it off next week. We'll pay it off on the next paycheck. But that's really what gets people in trouble.
Well, that's what got me in trouble. I was paying it off every month.
Okay.
And then when I got to the place where I couldn't make that payment that 1 month, and then I lost my job, and I took an 85% hit on my income.